Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money, obviously a little bit before 12 because there's a lot of noon college hoops out there. And I'm sure everybody was going to want to know what to bet at 12 o'clock because, hey, if you're not betting 3 seconds before a game starts, are you even a bettor, I guess? I don't know. Welcome on in. We're streaming in the chat here, YouTube, Facebook, if you're in the Winning Free Picks Parlays page. The Believe link is there because we are now on all of your favorite podcast channels. All right. We got the Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, Google, Apple, iHeart, wherever your favorite podcasts. Go ahead. Find the Midday Money Show. Give it a follow. And I got to say, I was like, oh, let me see kind of views. How about 35 downloads from the Republic of France? How about that? Thank you, France, supporting the show. All 35 of you. 17 Canadians in the house watching off the link, and 3 people in Colombia. Excellent. We are global. Eventually, maybe we'll get who knows? Who knows? Maybe there'll be some Italians, Romanians, Koreans. We could be all over. Some Aussies down under. Although I'd probably have to do rugby to get some Australian people to watch the show. But hey, 3 other countries. I guess I'm worldwide. Super duper duper. All right. It is Saturday, which is, you know what? It's Taylor Ham Day every Saturday. I got the Taylor Ham shirt on because we have Taylor Ham every Saturday here. And special, I threw it in the chat as well. My link to my $39 steal for the week. And you really can't go wrong. Besides the fact that you're going to get my NFL playoffs and NFL number 1, I'll say picks and parlays, Winning Free Picks, every set I'm on. Sports capping. I hate to brag because I usually don't come in and brag. I'm having an awesome NFL season. So you'll get all my NFL plus college hoops. I only have 17 college basketball games today. So it's a light card. But go get it. Go get it. It's $39. Support the show. Or buy a sweatshirt. We got the llama sweatshirts or t-shirts. Whatever you got to do. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, the free picks are in play. I'm going to have a little mini thread, I guess is what you call it, right? When you a mini little tweet storm. The free picks are up there on Twitter. I'm also adding the player props to the Twitter universe as well. So they're all under the one thread of free picks. So there you go. I think that's how it works. Well, I'm sure we'll see it soon enough. We will see it soon enough on there. And if you're on, whoa, my goodness, what are going on here? I just flipped on the YouTube channel, and we're live on YouTube. YouTube. Anyway, okay, let's go. It's time to get to the picks and a recap and stuff like that. We'll get right to it. So yesterday in the video, we dropped GL in the video. It happens. 0-1. College hoops 181 plus 755, and there you have it. Because that was all pretty much what was going on in the video there. NBA loser with the San Antonio total 244.5, 23 and 25 minus 170 in the video, and that's that. That is that. Light on the recap, but today's plays. Here we go. College hoops, as I said, 17 premiums up. You can use the link to go get 17 games for today, all my NFL, and a whole week of plays for just $39. And if you don't have $39, I don't know what to tell you. You should have $39 because college hoops in this video plus 755 in this video. And today, a couple of them, a lot of dogs. And they're smaller schools because everybody's going to ask about the bigger schools because that's what you do. You want to see something on ESPN or CBS or some channel, you want to watch it. All right, that's fine. Those lines are going to be pretty good. I think I found some value with some of these dogs today. North Alabama plus 7.5, Maine 8.5, Holy Cross 7.5, Ilshai plus 9, and New Orleans plus 10.5. Video picks, and again, newer folks coming in. I don't really go into huge breakdowns of the games because it's usually an hour show. I throw out the free picks, and I do about another probably 40 free picks in the video as people ask my opinions and why I do or do not like a game. But rest assured, uh, I'm sure people in the chat will back me up on this. For 2 years, coming in our 2-year anniversary in a month, we have posted winners here. Nearly all of the free picks come up here are games I bet, games that are on the sites that I'm on. So they're not just randomly like, oh boy, I got to find something to put out in the chat. I don't do that. I don't just randomly put a game out in the chat. So have faith in my picks. They do win, they do lose. We don't win them all. But North Alabama, 7.5, Maine plus 8.5, Holy Cross 7.5, Illinois, Chicago plus 9, New Orleans plus 10.5. NFL added a play from yesterday. We are 51-49, down a little bit in the video, and that's just the way it goes. I don't know what to say. Niners under 42, Chargers -1, and the Vikings -3. They've been up for a couple days. I know Chargers line I think is 2 now. Folks, I'm not changing the line because we put it out 3 days ago. And speaking of lines, I've been cashing pretty good in NFL, 125 and 75, about a 63% clip in NFL. So not too shabby there as well. NBA, again, 23-25 in the video, 14-14 on the season, plus $92. And as I was saying with the college hoops picks, we just don't throw them out here because there's no NBA today. There's no hockey today. And some days we'll have passes in that. Some days in college hoops we'll have maybe 2 games, even though there could be a lot out there. You don't got to bet them all. You don't got to bet them all. And the player props are scrolling underneath. We'll get to the player props here as well. So let's go player props. I'll add them to the banner again. We put them up the other day, so they're still here. Will Hill, anytime touchdowns. This is off the Will Hill website. Debo 150, Kittle plus 180, Noah Font 295. BetMGM odds. Debo over 13.5 rushing yards, -120. CMC over 73.5 rushing, -115. I had a text from somebody, and I'm sure he'll pop in and say something. He had a good one with a Kittle anytime TD and a Niner win at plus, I think it was 190 or something like that. Excellent number there. It was good plus money. Why not Kittle? The guy is he's Purdy's number one option there. The guy's got 7 touchdowns in his 5 games. And our second set of player props out of the Charger game. Anytime touchdowns here. These are BetMGM. It does not say it here on it, but similar with the Will Hill anytime touchdowns. I'm sorry, with the anytime touchdown here with Allen for the Chargers plus 145, and Eckler 2 or more touchdowns. Again, two or more for 170. Will Hill odds, Everett anytime TD plus 275, and a BetMGM Palmer anytime touchdown 240. You come back and watch these anytime. We got a lot of podcasts. You come back and watch it. Watch on YouTube, whatever you want to do. Look it up. Midday Money is where it's at. All right, let's go. Chat time. Chat picks. Let's get to them. Chatty chat. We're going to chat away. Well, actually, you know what? Let me switch the banner back to the free picks. So when I come off of a chat comment, we can do that. So, as always, look at this. There it is, the Midday Money. Go to the Believe. Get it. Get it. T Money's in the house. Good afternoon, buddy. How are you today? I am all right. Wesley's in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull I'm not going to do that. I'll pull this one off. And that way, when the banners come up, I could always just re-add the banner. Yeah, we'll do that. Sean Miller's in the house. Mavericks on the money line. Right to some NBA today, huh? You want to do some NBA action against Portland? A 2-point dog. I'm sure everybody's going to want to jump on them here, right? How about you see the article that the refs messed up some games there? Shouldn't have given the Mavericks a win. Portland's in a bad slump here, huh? 5 in a row. You listen, you want to take the Mavericks +2. To me, Sean, I got to say, it looks, somewhere I wouldn't want to bet. For me, it would be Portland or nothing. Like, who is Lillard? I'm assuming he's not playing today. Is that why this is a 2, or is Luka out? What is this? What is this number at a 2 for? Check the injury report, because this to me screams to take the Mavericks. Right? People love the Mavericks. I know a guy who thinks that the Mavericks should win the NBA championship this year, and yet they're a 2-point dog to a team with a losing record. I don't get it. A couple road games in a row. I would lean Portland here, though. I would lean Portland. Joseph, how are you? Good afternoon. Go Vols. Yes. You know what I did not do? I didn't do the 12 o'clock games. I said I was going to do 12 o'clock games. I did not do them. Of which, here, let's go. I have Tennessee minus 11, and I have under 132.5 in this early game. I did bet it. Davis and George Mason. What do I got? Do I like anything in this game? There were a lot of games I liked here today, Jason. I think I put on Twitter last night. I had 50 games I liked, and I wrote down a whole lot of them. A whole lot. Yes, no's, maybes. This is just like a 30 pack that some were bet, some were passed on, some I just put the numbers on to see how they move. Mason, didn't really like nothing in the Mason game. IUPUI, I did like the under in this IUPUI game. Drexel Northeastern, I like Northeastern. I had a little button next to it, and I'm like, man, I wish I took it last night at 1 because it went up to about 3, I saw. NC State, Florida, I bet NC State minus 2.5. West Virginia, Oklahoma, nothing jumped out at me for that baby. I did like Seton Hall last night. It was 2.5, and now I think it's 4. I don't like the 4. Again, I didn't play it. It was one of those where I kind of liked the DePaul team. I think I said this in the past, but I did not play it. And that's it. We got 12:30 Low-Shy St. Joe's. What's my number? Is it still around 2? No, thank you. No, maybe a little Low-Shy if you want to take a dog, but I'm not interested. Wesley's coming in saying the Heat on the money line versus the Bucks tonight. This line's on the move. What is this, a 4 now from an opener of 2? T-Money got Miami under 151.5 for early action here. The Hurricanes under early. Where's this game at? NC State. All right, listen. That's fine with me because I don't want Miami to score. So let's go. State there, Wolfpack. Also, we have Youngstown versus Oakland minus 3.5. All right, I'm against you. I got Oakland money line here, plus 130. Kittle McCaffrey anytime TD for those parlay crazies out there. Yeah, Kittle McCaffrey. How are you going to go wrong with, again, Kittle, I think, has 7 touchdowns in 5 games. And McCaffrey, he's involved in that offense all over the place. Sean Miller, Niners, Seattle, under. Yep, it's in the chat. It is in the chat. Under Niners, the 42. It is right there. It is right there. How many Canadians watching in Thailand? Good question, Jesse. Jesse, you know what? I'm a little disappointed there because it didn't come up anybody in Thailand watching. You just watch it on YouTube. Come on. Head over to watch it on one of the other channels so it gets a click. Jesse Shule in the house, the Iceman himself. Sean Miller, definitely money line or point spread. Giannis is not playing for the Bucks. Yeah, that's why the Miami line moved. The Miami line has moved. And here you go, $39 for a week. Go get it. 17 college hoop today and NFL, which, as I mentioned, nobody's better. Again, I hate bragging because I'm going to go like 0-3 after you brag about it, right? Sean Miller says the Heat. Yes. Like the Heat today. T-Money, lean the Jacks in, but that's the most 50-50 game. I can't get there, and it's saying something. The problem with it is I do like the Chargers. Right? Not that it's a revenge game. The Jags put up points. Jags are going to give up points. Chargers are going to score some points. The problem is the Chargers head coach, the coaching edge is clearly on the home team sideline. Jason, Vols ATS. Yes, I got it myself. TCU against K-State. How about an over in that play, Joseph? You get a lot of, money line here, minus the 4. I get it. It's Kansas State, who's played excellent basketball. I would lean to the over more than a side in that game. 49ers money line. Yeah, right off the bat, this is the kind of stuff that doesn't get you banned from my channel. I hate even say it's my channel. You come in and say you want to lay 550. That's not going to fly in here, Jason. Joseph, I'm sorry. No, can't lay 550. I don't care if it's hockey. I don't care if it's baseball. I don't lay two. We don't want to lay $2. I don't like laying 140. Yeah. Should the Niners win? Absolutely, they should win. I mean, Seattle, I think coming out on grass, what they score 6 points here last time they played, 10 points, right? I mean, good defense. Seattle can't score in the first half of games. I get it. It looks easy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Michael's in the house. Good morning. Markel, welcome. Jacksonville over the Chargers. Are you saying Jacksonville over the Chargers or Jacksonville over in the Chargers game, Wesley? I don't like Jacksonville today. Sean Miller, Niners game under. Yes. Mavericks under. Yes. Heat money line. The Heat money line. Again, why won't you just lay a couple points there? I know. I am not a big. I'm a plus money line guy. I don't want to lay minus, 180s and stuff like that. Are you putting these? Is this a parlay here with the money line, or just straight money line betting? And again, with the money lines, folks, I'm a guy. Newer people in here. Just so you know, you're going to come in. You're going to see plus dogs here. There'll be favorites. I'm not going to say. Listen, on the site today, I mentioned 17 faves. Or 17 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 favorites. I mean, there's some favorites. It's not like I don't bet favorites. But money lines, you got to make up for those. They talk about a lot in baseball, hockey. You got to win 2 to get 1 back most of the time, just to get up a little. I can't condone the money lines. I do not do them. We did already. Was looking at Queens minus 7.5. Of course you were, Markel. Of course you were. Thoughts on Idaho State? I don't mind Idaho State. Here we go. I got them here. They were 6.5 versus Montana. Now they're up to 8. They were a borderline play for me before. I got them last night. I wrote it down 6.5. I put a no next to it. I wanted a couple more points. Now it's 8. Here's the problem with that, Markel. At 8, I'd be interested in him as a dog. But the fact that it was like bet up to that number, I kind of move away from it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I need a number when I mentioned like the 2.5s and 6.5s and 7.5s and 3.5s in NFL or college. If it opens at something, I like the 6.5s. I'm going to bet on a dog when they open at plus 6.5, as opposed to take the favor because they win by a touchdown. So college hoops or even NBA. This is more, I should say, college basketball to me because NBA is more of a playoff kind of thing. When I have a number that I think it should be, and it doesn't open at it, but then it gets there, I don't know. I tend to just back off of it. Although if I would have had Idaho State at 8 to start, it could easily be in this chat or on the board as a premium play. Brandon, I am good. How are you, my friend? Welcome on this lovely Saturday afternoon, or it's morning for us still. Michael, CBB, I took Texas Tech plus 9 and bounced back versus Texas. They are 4-1. ATSI has 5 in Texas. I thought Texas, and I think they're a good team. Beginning of the year, I was high on Texas. The whole coaching thing, they let them go. Bounce back looks pretty good the last 2 games, right? Wild game versus K-State. Oklahoma State, low-scoring affair. Oklahoma State likes to slow it down. Got it done versus TCU, and we had TCU. We took the dog there. This matchup here, I sort of leaned a little TCU. I was looking at them, or excuse me, on the Red Raiders. I was like, wow, do we take Texas here? I'm going to have to say no. I think the whole coaching thing where I was looking to fade them, I don't think it's as much as a issue now after you see a couple games of them. And the fact that this is a 9, I mean, that's a big, this isn't a bad team. I'm just going over another sheet of numbers here. I'm trying to find the Texas game. What time is this game? because I got to see what I have this at here. 2 o'clock. Why isn't this on my? Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Well, I'll eventually find it when I'm not looking for it. This is what happens when there's 7,000 basketball games on a Saturday. Where's this?
You're looking for Texas?
Yeah, because I'm looking at TCU at
791, 792.
92. Yeah, I'm looking at the TCU. I'm like, why can't I find it? Should be at the top of my thing. Yeah, I'm looking at the totally wrong game here. Ay. That's because I mentioned TCU before and it was Texas Tech and I have it in my head and I'm just lost. I apologize. Live broadcasting, folks. That's what we do here. Yeah, I do like the Texas Tech, but I can't because the number says it's looking a little too good to be true here. So I'll roll a little Texas. I mean, they are, again, the coaching thing for me, I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe they'll start laying some eggs, and especially after that K-State game. But I don't know. I kind of like Texas there. New Mexico. This New Mexico team, last year, I wrote it down because I knew we were going to talk about it. I just have to find what's here. It is 72-47 last year. Crushed them. They didn't play the year before in 2021. 2020, 82-59. I hate going back to then because things change. But I don't know. And I like Mashburn for New Mexico. It's they were just undefeated and all of a sudden they lose 2 in a row. It's a big number, yes. 1-6-1, something to look at. This was just a no play for me. Because I wanted to take New Mexico with you. Do I lead New Mexico? Yes. Did I bet it? No, I can't get behind it. Markel says, let's go Keenan Allen TD. Yes. T-Money, I like North Alabama as well. Listen, just don't come in and say it's a lock or something when they're up at halftime and blow a game like you did yesterday with Yale for me. Message me on Twitter. Hey, man, Yale, nice, looking good. I'm like, please don't ever do that. Of course they lose second half. I told T-Money, I said, this is why you don't watch the games. Bet it, forget it. I bet a game, it's a winner. Whether I'm 17-0 in college basketball or 15-0, anything you put in, what are you looking at it for? If you think it's going to win, you bet it, right? You think it's a winner. Every game should be thought that way. Why are you watching it? To drive yourself crazy. I don't get final scores till like at night or in the morning when I'm checking stuff. Team Money, kiss of death, that guy. Brandon, hello. How are you today? Good to see you. Michael's coming in. Niners minus 9.5. It's square. I don't care. I'm against you on the Jags. Plus 2.5 money on better coach, home field. Jags have better individual players, but I feel the Jags are a hotter team. So better coach, yes. Home field, I don't really think it makes a difference. Chargers individually, yes. It's a talented, very talented team. Jags hot coming in, I totally understand. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big Lawrence guy. Give me Herbert. And the Niners are a square play. Why wouldn't they be? What have you seen at Seattle? And this is coming from the moron who had Seattle -3, even though it got steamed up to 6 versus the Rams. I had them against, I had the Niners over them before that in that other game. But I had Seattle against Carolina thinking, hey, we got to win. Carolina's playing it out. Okay, they got an intern coach and a bye week to make a difference. This offense, this team has not looked that sharp down the stretch here. I mean, did you see them against the Rams with Wolford at quarterback? I mean, here, let's see. So Jimmy G for Lance in the first game, 27-7. Seattle scored on a blocked field goal for a touchdown. 21-13 in Seattle. The game was 21-3 again. Total blowout. Let's start going through the motions, and then you score a TD with 3 minutes left to make it 21-13 where it's respectable. I mean, come on, 21-6 and then a TD with 3 minutes left to make it 21-13. No. And again with Seattle, I mentioned earlier here with their scoring, how we have the under here. 27-7 here in San Fran to start the season. How about the Germany game against Tampa? How'd they look over there? Bad. I get it. Okay, you go halfway across the world. I get it. Vegas. How about that? How about that crazy game they lose for themselves? I mentioned the Rams with John Wolford at quarterback. No. San Fran, KC. You beat the Jets, who are a hot mess, who have quarterback problems. OT versus the Rams. You needed OT versus Rams to end the season? Square. Don't care. Listen, Niners should win this. I know, well, it's going to rain. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be San Fran first half. And this line's juiced up in the first half for San Fran, too, as well. Because Seattle's, no thank you. No thank you, Seattle. I like that Debo one. He's been quiet lately. Yeah, he's good, though, Debo. 3-time coming in. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Which favorite loses weekend? Kind of think the Giants are alive. I kind of think Minnesota crushes them, Rance. I think everybody likes the Giants. The whole world's against primetime Kirk Cousins. Oh, it's Kirk Cousins primetime. The Vikings, blah, blah, blah. They can't score. Scoring margin, they're bad. Yeah, they're 13-4. Let's go. Daniel Jones. Sure. Yeah, he's a primetime stud, Daniel Jones in the Giants. I tell me somebody besides me who likes Minnesota, because all I see is Giants everywhere. I didn't even put Giants out on the Vikings out on the side. I think I should, because I think that is the I don't even want to throw out the L word, but it looks like a nice play for the weekend.
Lock.
Oh, there we go. You had to do it. Tim, come back. We got to do some NBA. We're a half hour in. We didn't do any NBA. Come on in.
Yeah, sorry. We started our show a little bit later on, and Nick had 14 hockey games to talk about, so we got finished a little late.
14 hockey, really?
Yes, there was 14 hockey games. So that's always fun to listen to for a while.
Let's go NBA style. What do you like?
Let's do it. I'm on the under in the Milwaukee-Miami game. I got it at 217.5 last night. It's down to 213 when Giannis got ruled out. So I don't recommend it now, although I still think it can go under that total. I just got 4.5 points of value at this point. And then my other two, I do have my best bets in the Cleveland-Minnesota game, 9-1. I had the over in the Sacramento game as my best bet last night. So that one was kind of nice. Philadelphia. I'm not a Philadelphia fan. I'm on them tonight. You just got whooped by 19 points as a 10-point fave. Yeah, Go ahead, give me them. I got them at 4. They're up to a 5.
And we saw that with who was that the other time we saw that with the Boston bouncing back, right? After the Thunder game?
Boston got blown out by
the Thunder.
Oklahoma City, and then proceeded to whoop on the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep.
Philadelphia got whooped on by Oklahoma City. They're about to get their revenge. I would say Philly by 20. By 20 plus tonight. I think they absolutely blow them out of the building. And then my other one is the Dallas Mavericks. I normally don't touch the Dallas Mavericks as a road team, but Portland has looked like garbage.
Why are they 2-point fave? Someone asked earlier. I'm like, I -2. I got to take Portland. What are they? They're begging you to take Dallas.
Dallas is so bad on the road. They are 8-13 on the road. That's probably a big reason why they're a dog in this one. I don't know. It might be the sucker play going after the Mavericks tonight. I don't care. I grabbed them. I have them +2. I'm on the Dallas Mavericks tonight.
Yeah.
So that's just how it is. I also lean Pacers, just didn't bet it. But those are the 3 plays: under in Miami, Philly, and Dallas.
St. Robinson says under. I'm in the Bay, rainy and windy. Now, is the rain supposed to go all night? Because I heard it's supposed to stop by game time. And I don't mind the rain. The winds, always worry about the wind. Whether we're playing baseball in Chicago with the Cubbies, or especially in NFL, the wind affects things. That being said, you have 2 kind of run-first teams here. I still like the under either way. Rain, snow, blizzard, hurricane. The Niners defense dictates the under. Rants, Grizz might win by 20 tonight. A lot of players out for the Pacers. Tim, a lot of guys out for Indiana tonight?
I mean, we still have Halliburton now. I think Miles Turner might be out as well. That's why I didn't bet it. This Grizzlies team's been on fire. It's them and Denver on the top of the West, and it's not particularly close for third place.
Yeah.
Memphis, although they have not covered in 3 straight, they've won 8 straight games. They're on a nice little heater right now, so I couldn't fade them. That's why I didn't bet it.
Yeah, and you see 8.5. You got to think that they're a little injury prone there to the Pacers. Maybe a couple other guys are out besides Halliburton and who'd you mention, Miles Turner? Probably a little more to that.
Yeah, Miles Turner. He was out last night.
Yeah, I mean that's still. I mean, you got it's like a 10. That's a 8.5. Might as well be 10 points. You can't.
It might as well be at that point. Yeah.
You're not winning by 9s. Like you got to be up a little bit for that always coming NBA run.
Correct.
Oklahoma 13.5. Sooner. Where's Boomer Sooner here against West Virginia? What is going on here? Hold on a second. That game started and it's they were a 2-point dog, weren't they? Am I missing something with the Sooners today? Hold on. Is that looking at football for upcoming season?
Are they getting blown out already and they're live bet at this point?
418, help us out. Help us out.
Let's see.
Here we go. Hold on.
Nope, Oklahoma's up 5.
I was gonna say
sorry,
minus 3.5. Okay. Yes, I was wrong about West Virginia. I liked them the other day, so yeah, I'll do Sooners with you. I know it's already started by the time I get down to you. And what do we got here? Mavericks. Well, you just heard Tim talk about the Mavericks. He likes the Mavericks. He's having a great NBA season. Me, on the other hand, I'm a little weary because I'm like, why are they a dog? Those kind of things, for me, it's just a pass. Like it looks, I don't think they give you easy things like that. It's just, I'm going to have to say no. I know, and I hate being against Tim. I'm not putting my money on it. That is one I would not be personally not going to bet. Here we go. Rams coming. Mavs are a one-man show. Blazers a much deeper team. I don't know. I looked at their injury report. They got a bunch of guys banged up. But the problem is the Mavs have one man who's awesome. I mean, that's
one man. That's almost like the MVP of the league, pretty much.
Yeah,
him and Jokic, number 1, number 2 for the league, and I don't think it's particularly close anywhere else.
You have one man who's equals to 3 guys on the other team. That's a problem.
Luka is insane. Luka is having a crazy good year. You can if Luka's in the lineup, you cannot count out the Mavericks. Yeah. I think one game this year he had a 60, 20, 18 or something. Like he went off. So you can't write off the Mavericks if Luka's in the lineup.
But again, with that, I just can't with a +2. It looks too odd to me. David, what do you think about Oklahoma today? Like Oklahoma today. Did not bet it. Tate the Great's in the house. Another Oklahoma. Now I'm getting worried. This is our 3rd straight Oklahoma comment here to take the Sooners early. Indy 4. Is this the Hoosiers? If you're saying Hoosiers, yes. I bet Indiana last night, and that's – you could write it down, Miz. When I come in with teams like Indiana, I think Florida, too, is like laying several points to like the ranked team. You know where I'm going to be. Mavs are missing some key players. They won't win, says Rance. -2, I just think, Rance, as I mentioned to Anton over there, I can't. It looks way too easy to take the Mavericks. That's a no play. You don't have to bet it. You don't have to. Number 1 rule, you want to make money? You don't have to bet it. I'm not betting it. And just because I'm not, if you already put your money down on the game, don't let me change your mind. Do what you want to do. I'm just giving you my opinion. And they're like buttholes, as they say. Everybody's got one. Wesley, go Heat, go Canes. All right, you like the Hurricanes today. I'm against you on the Hurricanes. I got NC State. Well, I'll cheer for the Heat, though. David, there's so much rain in San Fran. Tough game. Could be. I mean, again, you got to wait till game time. Might clear up. Could be ugly. Maybe somebody runs a little pass play, somebody slides, and then you get some offense. So you don't know. Rance, amazing how many folks bet without looking at injuries. Mavs probably worst bet on the board. Again, Rand, I see that, and I automatically just say it's Portland or nothing for me. And I don't know who's out because it's the NBA. And at noon or 12:30, whatever the heck time it is, I can't make a decision on a game that's being played at 10 o'clock tonight in the NBA where guys just sit out.
But I will say, I personally love hearing when people say that my bet's probably the worst on the board. I appreciate that, and those are the ones that win. So, when I can come in and people, the best comments I can get are gross, ill. Why are you betting them? They suck.
The
Those
other
are
teams
all
a
the
lot.
best comments that I love hearing.
But this is good. This is an interesting one because it just is.
At
what
the
it
end of the day,
is.
it's one play and it's plus money. So
Yeah, well, that's what. Yeah, if you're gonna take them, you're not taking them to lose by one. You take them at plus 115 and think they win the game.
well, I got them at +2 because they didn't have money lines on the site last night. So
Yeah, that's
but
another problem. With that.
either way,
I agree. No Mike Williams. Who? I don't even know who Mike Williams plays for. Who's that? The Charger wide receiver? We know this. We knew this last Sunday, Wesley, that he was out with a bulging disc in his back. Eckler McCaffrey, anytime TDs plus 143. That's worth a shot. I mean, you got a guy who's always involved for both teams. I mean, whether they're catching balls out of the backfield or running it in. Is this a boost? Because if it's a boost, you know it's a loser. Somebody's not scoring. Whenever they boost it, it's a loss. Markel says, take a look at the Eckler McCaffrey. 418, Virginia, Arizona, Clemson. All right, Virginia, I got to tell you, I looked at the other side of this game. I was looking on the other side. I did not roll in here, but I was looking dog for Florida State. That's my little squad there, 418. I thought about taking it just because 10 on the road. I know Florida State's been bad. They weren't supposed to be this bad. And Arizona in the Pac-12. What do we got here for Arizona against Oregon? I thought about the Ducks just because the line looks a little light for me. We just talked about the Dallas game, and college-wise, you come in, you see something like this where a team loses by basically 20, and now they have a better team coming to town, right? Arizona State, Washington State, they travel together, these little road trips in these situations. 4?
oh, he disappeared. I don't know where he went. He's just gone. It happens that sometimes StreamYard loves to kick us out, right? Right, Higgs.
I was on the wrong mouse to kick out to the Arizona game. I backed out of this room instead.
Well, yeah, you press one of these buttons, and all of a sudden it sends you out.
Well, I have like multiple mouses because I got multiple monitors.
That makes sense.
I'm like, oh, I'm like, well,
all of a sudden, goodbye.
I was like, no.
It's all
it
good.
happens.
It's all good.
Yeah, thank God you were there. Otherwise, people would be like, what happened? Because that happened in the old days when I do it by myself. It would just freeze or something. And be like, what happened to the show? Clemson Duke. So I did this with Ross Benjamin yesterday. And this is a spot 99 times I am on Clemson. And that being said, last night on the show, I said, we're taking Duke here. And it's more of Clemson kind of stepping up in class. Duke, although they haven't covered a lot, right? We had Pitt last week. We covered by half. We had another game again. We faded Duke. I think Boston College. We're not laying 7, 8, 9, 10 here. It's a pick 'em. Clemson's open at 1. And I said last night, I said Duke will probably go off at 1 or 2 because it's Duke. People are going to bet Duke. I like Duke here. And this is a rare spot for me, 418, because I think you've been here a few times, so you had to hear me say, especially on Saturdays, anytime I see that unranked over ranked favorite or the other team on the road is like a 1 point, I'm usually leaning towards the team that's considered worse. In this case, it's Clemson. Not in this spot. I just think for Clemson, they've way overachieved. Duke, as much as they've underachieved, they still have 13 wins. They're not covering big numbers. They don't have to do that here. So give me Duke. I forgot to put Duke in the chat because I try to put my free picks that I do on other shows out here as well because I don't like one, I don't want to give out both sides by accident because especially in football, we give games out early in the week sometimes. Rob Franklin's in the house. Rob's coming in finally, nice and early. Usually, Rob comes in like 2 minutes before the show ends, and has 90 picks for us. But he's here. He's here early today on a Saturday. Thank you. What do we got here? West Carolina money line against the Citadel. Okay, I do like the Citadel, but I like them more of a getting kind of points. North Dakota State. Where is this game? Hold on a second. I gotta find 629. Thank you for the number. Against Omaha. I know I had this wrote down somewhere. I think I'm gonna be against you here with Omaha. Again, you like these. Let me ask you this one, Rob. So the West Carolina is a little road fave at 1. And now North Dakota is a little home fave at 2.5. Because I say this all the time, like picking and choosing spots, whether it be baseball, college basketball, a lot we see this with these kind of numbers. How do you roll into like taking one small road fave, but then another small home fave? Why not? Like for me, it's got to be all or nothing on one side or the other. And which is why on a Saturday, and here's a little how I like to do things on Saturday. Last night I put on Twitter, I said there's 50 games I like. And I showed you a sheet of a bunch of them. And those are just all my plus dogs that I like. These are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 31 plus dogs I looked at. On huge cards, automatically we kind of avoid the monster 20 plus phase. I'm not going to really look into those things. And then I go to my top 25 rankings and cut through those to see who's not getting played, if any. If I'm playing some or if I'm not playing any. And then we'll go to like the Rob Franklin games. Road teams +1, -1, home teams, same kind of thing. And then you got to work around them. Very difficult. And on huge slates, yes, it's okay to leave a winner out there. You're going to miss something. You don't think at 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, after I load up 15 games, I'm back looking at the lines. Did I miss something last night? But you just can't go and keep firing and firing and firing away. Richie P's in the house. I hate the like. I'm sleepy. Come on, Richie. Get on. Richie, where? You're over by Austin, right, Richie? Up there, up that area? I know Fernando wanted to get together for some NFL. We have to have I know there's a lot of Texas folk. Denny's coming. Got to pick a college ball for me today. Thinking UCF +2. So Denny's, what do you look for? A parlay? I got plenty of college basketball. I got a bunch in the site right here for you. I mean, we got Northern Alabama plus money or plus points 7.5, Maine +8.5, Holy Cross 7.5, Illinois, Chicago, New Orleans. We have some plus dogs here. So you like Central Florida? I got to tell you here, I like Tulane. UCF off of a big win, an overtime win. Tulane's a tough little bunch. That's not where I'm looking to bet there. How about I would look at, I kind of like UAB today, Denny. I bet them already. I don't know what the line is now. It's 3.5. I like UAB. It's another one I kind of like. I don't know if Oakland's off the board. I know T Money doesn't like it. He's on the other side, but I like Oakland. I took the money line +130. The UCF game for me, just a bad spot. Big road win, overtime to boot, and you got a feisty little Tulane team. No thank you, Denny. Stay away from that one. Rob's coming to North Texas, FAU under 635. I love it that we got the rotation numbers. What's the total? 120. It hasn't really moved off this, huh? I do lean a little Florida. I mean, if you're betting it, I don't want to talk you off it because I got nothing on this total. I mean, I got two totals today. I bet under Vols 132 and a half, and I got under Sacramento State 134. Providence 7.5 versus Creighton, I believe here. And you know what? I got Creighton. I bet Creighton here. Why the heck? And maybe I'm totally wrong. I don't know. I'm not a guy who votes in the AP top 25. When I see a top 20 team getting a touchdown on the road, yeah, I'm taking that home team. I'm not falling for that one. Providence plus 7.5. What are you doing? 14-3, ranked in the teens, getting 7.5 from a 500 club. I will bet Creighton 100 out of 100 times and not bat an eye. K-State, I don't like K-State. I like the over more. Again, this is the same kind of thing. Not interested. No, thank you. It's the other way or nothing. Groovy coming in. Detroit Mercy basketball is going to win. 14 parlay. Oh, boy, here we go. Let me find Detroit here versus Robert Morris. I kind of like Robert Morris the other day. I didn't bet him, so I definitely can't come back with him today. Bills minus the points and the over. Okay, that's not bad. Alabama State. Oh, Cal State Fullerton. This is Al State Fullerton. Should be Cal State Fullerton. 1/3. Oh, hold on a second. So you like Detroit over Robert Morris. Bills minus the what's the Bills line up to now? Is that 2 touchdowns? And over Cal State Fullerton 135. Where's Fullerton? 135. It's come down. I don't know. I kind of like the over in that. Oh, you had the over. Okay, over one. Oh, it's 137. All right. So it's gone up. My bad. That one I like. And you talk hockey. You got some other soccer in here. I have no idea. You know I don't know that groovy. Where the heck is Ray Reddington? He's got our soccer. And Hannah, Miss Hannah. Groovy. Cal State Fullerton 137. Yes. I figured that one out. I had to break it down there. But I like that over as well. Rick says Clemson today in ACC action over Duke. I went over this one a little bit, Rick, where it's a step up in class for them. Normally, it's Clemson all day for me. Not in this spot, though. Duke has struggled on the road, but this is not them covering a 6, 7, 8, 9 point number. This is a pick 'em. This is them. They've kind of looked a little better in second halves on the road game versus Pitt. They came all the way back versus Pitt, almost, covered that one. We had Pitt in that game. Here, no, I just think the line has over-adjusted to people thinking Duke is really down. And Duke might be down, but they're not Clemson down. Look at this guy. Back from vacation, Kim. How you been? What's new? Yeah, we got some NFL playoffs, and you're coming with a parlay. We know it. A Niners money line and the under, Chargers money line and the under, 155 for a dime. I'm not going to say no to any of this. I mean, 49.5 is a nice bigger number. Let's hope it's 4-0 instead of that 3-1 day. Who's going to get you 3-1? Be minus $1.55. Should be 4-0 though. I'm not going to be shocked at this one. I do like the Chargers game to score some points. Right? I think there'll be some points scored in that one. Obviously, I got the prop wise of things here. I have Charger players to score. Niners in the under, obviously. Yeah. Tricky one's going to be that Charger total. That's the one that's going to be. Is it going to be a shootout? Right? Didn't Jacksonville put up like 30 or 40 on them in LA? Or will we be? I should say, will we be shocked? I'd be shocked if it's like a 21-17 kind of game. I'll have to say I'd be amazed that the defense will show up like that. Chargers 2.5. Jags get a fluke play to get in the playoffs. I mean, listen, the Chargers are a good team. Horrible coach. The Jags are playing better down the stretch. You got that going for them. You got a Super Bowl head coach. This is an interesting game. I mean, I got the Chargers in the chat. I didn't bet this game. I got some other games I bet. Got a best bet. I got a sure shot, some money makers. This one here, maybe an in-game. I'm definitely going to be on some player props. I got the player props here for the Chargers, things I've already bet on. NTN can't hold on to the football, says Rob Franklin. Bosa back for the Chargers. Yeah, he's good. Over in the Giants-Viking game. I'm saying no to that. I said it last night. I was with Tim and Nick and getting wild with Terry, and I said no to this under. I think the last game ended with a bunch of points scored with like 5 minutes ago, like late scoring. I just don't honestly. I like the Vikings, and I see 4-1-8 coming up here next, saying I like Minnesota. I like Minnesota as well. Okay, we know the 13-4. We know Kirk Cousins. We get it. They're bad. They can't score. They're one score kind of team. Maybe it's my cowboy bias towards hating the Giants and Philadelphia and the Redskins and just my NFC East hatred of those teams. Daniel Jones. Listen, Kirk Cousins. You laugh all you want. We'll put the stats up there. The guy's a top 5, top 6 quarterback the last few years. Right up there, 100 touchdowns with the best of them. Mahomes, Allen, Rodgers, whoever you want to put up there. Remember, whoever you think's good, he's right up there with them. Oh, well, he can't win in prime time. Listen, I do not care. I'm with you, music. I think it's Minnesota, and I think it's like their first game versus Green Bay. It'll be something like 23-13 or something. I'm not going to be shocked at an under and Green Bay winning by a touchdown or more. Niners, they should. Seattle down the stretches looked horrendous. Mizzou 5.5. I'm going to have to say in this one, I got Florida. This is much like the Providence game. And I see what you're doing, Rob. You're like, wow, I'm getting a ranked team plus 5. I'm getting a ranked team plus 7 versus a 500 team. I mean, Creighton's 9-8, laying 7.5. Florida's 9-7, laying 5.5. The two teams that are combined 27-5 or 27-6 and ranked 19 and 20th or 17 and 19, whatever they're ranked. No way. Home faves for me there. Anthony, pound it. Sports betting and sports cards. We love our sports cards. Where's Ricketts? I want some of Ricketts baseball cards. Props today. Seattle Niners. Geno Smith over 220 passing. Lockett receiving over 60.5. Debo receiving over 42.5. Walker under 17.5 carries. Really? Under the carries for Walker? Well, I guess that's kind of correlated to you, because you think Geno is going to be throwing the ball. I don't mind a Lockett. He's going to catch something. And you're one busted play away from going over that. Like, I mean, he could get one pass for like 47 yards and another one, and you're there. You're at 70 by halftime. I do not mind that. That's a good one. Might have to grab on that little Lockett over myself. Miss Erica's in the house. How are you, Erica? Good to see you. You want to talk some cold cash on the ice? Oilers over St. Louis. Oilers over and the Blues over. Oilers Vegas. Oh, excuse me for my little burp. I'll say yes to that because I do like Edmonton here. So you want to go over that 6.5? Yes. St. Louis, Tampa. You got the over here too as well. This one I'm gonna say no with. I see the lines coming down. Give me the under. How we get it? If you can find under 6.5, I'd like it. But obviously, we're probably gonna get stuck with a 6. Edmonton over, yes. St. Louis, I'd have to lean under. I thought ice-wise today. I almost bet Boston on the puck line plus 165 because they're just Boston. And I thought about a couple overs here. I thought about maybe a Colorado over and a Detroit over. But I didn't do any hockey today. No hockey. Rob, East Tennessee 684 versus Mercer. Straight trash. Mercer straight trash, huh? It is I mean, how bad is East Tennessee if Mercer's straight trash and you're a 3-point fave over them? I don't know. Do I? Look at my other sheet. Maybe I had a little Mercer thing there. So you say they're straight trash and the line is 3? I got to say I got to take Mercer then. T-Money. Cousins just can't be trusted. They're much better than my favorite team, but I don't know. I see Mini up early, and at the end they crumble. Vikings have weapons all over the field. Don't bet with your heart on the Giants, because that's a loser. T-Money. Dallas and Portland are both terrible. I just take whoever the dog is. Trash cans, both of them. Here's the thing with that. Luke is playing. It's different. Right? But a +2, if he's playing a +2, what does that tell me? It just tells me they're begging to take the Mavs. Michael says he lives in Oakland. It's not rainy or windy right now. But they don't play in Oakland, do they? I thought they played in Fresno or Santa Clara. Where do the Niners play? Santa Clara, right? Marcos. Hit the like button for you and my guy Tim. Appreciate it. Rob's coming in. Greensboro 695 against Money Earning Furman. I like Furman here. I'm against me and Rob are just going at it every single game in this one. Grizzles smash tonight. Again, I don't want to lay. It's 8.5. I said before, it might as well be 10. Although the the Pacers, obviously, to get that many points at home as decent as they've been playing covering games, I tend to agree with you on that one. No mistake, no. Definitely not. 418. It's Minnesota all the way. Rob Franklin again. Iowa State 709 versus Kansas. Here I don't mind. You want to take a dog against Kansas? Sure. I did not bet it. Duke Clemson. I like Duke, believe it or not, Michael. I'm sure you heard my little rant on Duke we've talked about already. I think this line is begging to take New Mexico, Stephen. 8.5. I mentioned before they played last year. San Diego State blasted them 72-47. They were undefeated before losing 2 straight. And I do like their guy. Listen, Mashburn and Haas, I like their guard play in New Mexico. Team we bet last year, I liked them. I don't know. It's just, this one looks, again, too good to be true. You're getting 8.5 points with a team that was just ranked a week ago. I don't know. It's just a pass. No, thank you. No, thanks. Buffalo 715 over Central Michigan. You know I'm going to take the home dog here. I'm going to be on Central Michigan. Michael, thoughts on Arizona, Oregon? Exactly. Oregon, I got Oregon down on my list here as a team nearly played. They lose by 17 to a team that's worse than a team they're facing now, and it's only 4. I want to take the Ducks money lines. They've been big. Yeah, exactly. Why is it 4? I said this. Somebody else brought this game up. Oregon or nothing. And when it comes to these games, and I bet a lot of games. I told you I got 17 of them today. This game here with taking Oregon, the San Diego State game looks humongous. I want to go opposite because it looks too easy and lay points there. Take a Saturday when there's 120, 140, 150 games and write these down. See how you don't have to bet them. Right? This is a game. Again, Arizona can win this by 15. They're awesome, Arizona. It's a great team. If you're hesitant, don't bet it. If you're coming in and saying, well, all right, who's this guy like that? And not just my show because you're here, but any show. That's why I say, hey, I didn't bet this game. I don't want to talk you off your game. I tell you what my thoughts are on why I didn't bet the game, like the Oregon game or the New Mexico game. Sometimes, hey, don't got to bet it. It's a winner if you walk away. Tate the Great coming in on Bryant, Georgia, Portland State. Lines are moving. Young State, I got at 153. Well, I'm on the other side of that Young State. Bryant. I got to go. Who's got Bryant got? New Hampshire. They're playing New Hampshire. They're only 3 over New Hampshire. I don't know. I like Bryant, but that line looks a little. Well, it did go up to 4. That's a no thank you. Georgia, I'll take Georgia plus 5.5. They're not that terrible. I'll take Georgia with you there. Portland State, I did write that game down, and I was thinking Northern Colorado. That was a 4.5 last night. It's come down, so now I'm annoyed I didn't take Northern Colorado. Rob Franklin, 761, Georgia Southern. Madison. This was 9-137 last night. Yeah, Madison's definitely, you come into out of conference play. That's why I say don't get excited to see these records of teams. Who have they played? This is like Auburn, Mississippi. Like I was like, man, maybe Mississippi State, look at these numbers. You see, they're terrible since conference play starts, So, yeah, you want to take Georgia Southern here? I'm not going to say no to 8.5. And it's come down a whole point. I only bet NBA totals in the NBA. Well, that's good. It'll be tough to bet NBA totals in NHL, Miz. So you're doing good. The general rule number 1 says pound it. You have to bet it. Yeah, I mean, seriously. You don't gotta. No Mike Williams and the line goes up. Exactly. Fernando, what do you say, my guy? Where you at, Fernando? Where's the hot spot for the games tonight or tomorrow? Well, my daughter wants to go to At Home and then to Bath and Body Works, get some soaps. Apparently, hand soaps on sale for $3.75 today, folks. In case you didn't know. Not that I have a endorsement or any kind of advertising from them, but I figured I'd let you know. David, I got under 15.5 team total on Seattle. I like it. I mean, I think they scored 16 once on the road this year on grass. San Fran's got a defense. Seattle's, do we have to really pull up to Seattle scuffling into the playoff? Here we go. 1916, overtime. 23 versus the Jets. 10 Kansas City. 13 San Fran. 24 Carolina. 27 Rams. Again, this is when they were playing a little decent back then. But the last few, no thank you. No thank you. Army, Boston University. The Terriers of Boston U. The Terrors of the Midway. What do we got here? 3.5? It was 3. I'll take a little Black Knight action with you. I know it's gone up from a 3. If you got to bet it, dog it up, Rob. Yes, sir, Rob. Grizzlies, full game. First half looks appealing to me as well. Yep. Markel. I should say Rob Franklin. Rob Franklin, Markel's agree with you on Memphis to roll over the Pacers. NC Asheville, Gardner Webb under 132. This opened at 129, Rob. So I don't know. Maybe you got some better value as opposed to 129, but that'd be a no play for me. Marcos, Bowling Green, Western Carolina, I'm guessing. WC, BG. Is that what we got here? Or is that Western Michigan probably since it's Maction? Yes, it is Western. 617. You got no spreads. So this is 2. Has it moved off to 2? I like Bowling Green a little bit there. I got them favored in all my different numbers, but not running to bet them. Should I say it? Arizona locked. There you go. Say it. Arizona's a lock. Oregon Ducks outright. There's my sheet. David. Theme. Arizona lock equals Oregon outright. Western, yeah, I figured it out. I would lean Bowling Green though. Yeah, WC. I messed up. I get it. So I would lean on Bowling Green, and I kind of like the Citadel a little bit, but someone else in here likes Western Carolina as well, Marcos. Merrimack 15-1 to the under. Well, I mean, how do you have you bet the other 16 games? Have you bet any of these unders? Has it adjusted to their play? Let's pull it up. So, Merrimack 15-1 to the under. I'm just going to the last 10. 126, 128, 138, 128, 129, 135, 121, 131. It does not make a difference where they post these games. They're all over and they're all unders. 123. The last time they were this low, 121. I mean, you got a team shooting 38%. I go under. Take the under. I mean, I just hate when you run across a stat. Like when it started out like 5-1, were you on it? You know, it's just tough to because now they're 15-2. Take the under next game. Another 15-3. 418, thanks for my expert advice. We love the show. I appreciate it. I don't know if it's expert. It's expert if it wins, and then I'm just like everybody else if it loses. But I appreciate your kind words. 418, thanks for coming in. Wisconsin, Indiana. Give me the Hoosiers. Give me the Hoosiers. Not even thinking about it. I do like Georgia. I think Georgia's not a bad little club. I like them. 5.5. Take Georgia. What deals do I have? I got it right in the chat here. Listen. Go get a I'll pull it up. I have my $39 a week deal. And if you use a promo code, it'll come out to like $31. Fernando. And you'll get all 17 college hoops today, the whole week. Get a week of plays, $39. And a promo code will bring it down to, I don't even know what, but it can bring it down to like $32 or something. I do. I got 17 college hoops. Well, a couple are off the board already. But you get my NFL, and it's a week for $30. Come on. Who doesn't have $3 a day? North Texas, Florida Atlantic, 3-point spread. I do like North Texas there. Arkansas, Vandy. You'd expect Arkansas to bounce back, but I didn't bet it. Providence, Creighton. I bet Creighton. I'll lay a touchdown with a 9-8 Creighton team laying a touchdown to a top 20 Providence club. Here we go. I'll say it. Easy winner. K-State, TCU. I would lean TCU in the over. Marcos, Alabama 15. I don't want to get in front of Alabama. I know you can be like, well, they'll have a little letdown spot because they just rolled their last couple games. I'm really betting them to have a bad game? They're playing awesome. Stay away. I do like Iowa State plus the 7 against Kansas. I would lean dog in that one. Team money, Oakland playing much better, but this is a huge step up in class for Oakland. Step up. We're talking about the Penguins of Youngstown. Step up in class. Really? Come on. Come on. Step up in class. Youngstown Penguins. The juggernaut Youngstown Penguins. I mean, I like Youngstown. I've had them multiple times this season. That being said, give me the Grizzlies. What do I think about San Fran minus 12 plus 120? Well, you're getting plus 120. I mean, do we like laying double digits in the NFL? No, 9.5. I get it. Am I high on Seattle? No. T-Money, Sean, don't speak evil on Providence today. Yeah, I got Creighton. Give me Creighton all day for me, T-Money. Duke's my team, but this Clemson team's at home is special. Nah, they've played nobody. They play nobody. You want to talk about stepping up a class? Come on, Clemson. You're playing Duke. Tough game, Rance says. Which game was that, Rance? His prop bets have worked oh so well for me. Did he cash last night on the goal, Rob? I remember he put in there. I'm like, who the heck's this guy? And then Tim cleared it up. So nice win. Take it. Louisville plus 12 NC. I want to say take. Now last week, a couple days ago, we had North Carolina versus Virginia in the chat, I believe, for their game, and their center goes out leading scorer. And I said, well, now they kind of played a whole game without him. Look for them to play against them in their next game. Now I got to lay double digits to a horrible Louisville team. No thanks. I mean, again, it's a game that's right on the number. It's an ACC team. It's North Carolina. You're not going to really find the edge here. And Louisville's bad. I just don't want to get involved. Corey Jones checking in, leaving North Providence, LSU. Well, I'm on Creighton. I don't like LSU. Again, how do you get Alabama? Just stay. They're running. They're rolling right now. I don't want to say they're due for a letdown. Yeah, try that all season. Niners over, Jags under. He's going against the grain. Going over that 42 in San Fran. Everybody likes the under. All right. Chargers, yep. Marcos, Rhode Island, UMass, 6-point spread. I want to say I like Rhode Island. Give me a second here. Let me find it on the board here. What time? 7:20. 7:20 rotation. Oh, here it is. 6. I sort of lean Rhode Island. Nothing for me to bet on. Mike says, I have a feeling one of these big NFL dogs are going to cover. I'm not going to be shocked if one of them covers. I mean, you got teams getting 12, 13, 14 points. Sure. King D. Best luck on your wagers today. Good day to make some money. Welcome on in. Did you get any sleep with that new baby? Is the baby home? Swaddling up that little muffin? The swaddlers. Team Money. I need to hit up Bath & Body Works for my free birthday reward, which is hand sanitizer. Nice. Here you go. Copy and paste. $39. If you don't have $39, you've watched my show for 2 years. Why do you keep coming in here? You know you have $39 because I pump out winners in here like it's just air coming out of the clouds. 418 Music. What NFL dog do you think is the best chance to cover or win outright? I don't like any of these NFL dogs really. I mean, to cover, win outright. I guess you'd say the Giants, but I don't even like the Giants. I mean, would you say Tampa? Listen, it's easy to say Tampa or the Giants because they're the shortest spreads. And nobody likes Minnesota and nobody likes Dallas. It's Tom Brady. These other games, I mean, forget it. And even the Jags game that's truly a toss-up. So let's just leave that one out of it. Do we think that a backup in Baltimore is going to come in and beat Cincinnati? Cincinnati team last year put up 41 on both games they played. And this last week they just toyed with these guys. It was 27 or whatever in the third quarter. So let's get rid of that game. Let's go to Miami. A third string rookie, basically, versus a team that was thought to be the Super Bowl favorites coming into the year. A team with emotion and momentum rolling along against a Miami team that is scoring 15 points a game. So that's a no. And then your final game, Seattle, San Fran. So you want to take a big dog to win outright. I think Seattle is your team. You have perhaps sloppy weather. You have a rookie third stringer who's played exceptionally well. He's played awesome. The guy's been perfect. Mr. Perfecto. But as I say about Shanahan all the time, Cost you a Super Bowl for the Falcons. Cost this Niner team a Super Bowl against Kansas City up 10 in the fourth quarter. He cost them last year against the Rams again, being ahead in the fourth quarter. Stupidness. Yeah, he's awesome. He makes Kaepernick good, Alex Smith good, Gucci Garoppolo good. Heck, Nick Mullins came in here and led this team to wins. You got the last pick in the NFL draft looking awesome in his 5 starts. But I've seen him lay eggs in big games. The coach puts his team in a bad spot. So if you're asking me which dog I think best chance win or cover outright, it would be Seattle, believe it or not. Even though they're facing probably the best defense in the league that's remaining here. That's where I would be. Steven Porter, Valpo over 135. Where's Valpo? Well, that's not the Missouri Valley. That's the Mountain West. Here we go. Valpo 691 135. This total has not moved at all. Huh. I'll lean to the under, Steven. Again, didn't bet it. If you're just asking me off the top of my head, I try to. I don't want. If you're ready to bet this, go for it. This was not even on my radar. I don't want to talk you off something you already put your money in. Maurice, Arizona State 8.5. Valpo again. What's up with Valpo? Arizona game -4. I do not like that. Oregon. Exactly. Average 85. Oregon averages 69. Oregon just lost by 17 to a team that's worse than Arizona. And it's 4. Yeah, it's Oregon or nothing. And David came in and said Arizona is a lock. So it's Oregon money line. Valpo, no opinion. Arizona State. Let's pull that up real fast. 7.5. You want to take Arizona State? Sure. Let's go. Kim, take a Tampa Bay money line plus 120 or wait. No, if you're taking Tampa Bay, taking that, it's only going to keep coming down. I mean, you could have had it at +3 and a 140. Promo code. Try NFL for the promo code. And NFL, Tim, NFL, NBA, what's the promo code?
Use playoffs and it's 25%. That was on I believe that was on Power Hour.
Playoffs 25%. What's 25% off 39? That'll be some ridiculous.
It's that's pretty much like $10 off. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Come on. Go to the cart. Let's see what that is. Promo code playoffs.
I believe that's what it was.
Hold on, I'm going to say.
Playoffs or playoff, one or the other. It was on one of the last, what do you call it? Power Hours, I believe.
No, I don't have playoffs.
No, then maybe not. Never mind then. Ignore that one. Use the regular one.
Yeah. Promo code NFL would make it $31.20. $31.20 for a week. And right off the bat, you get 20 picks today. Antoine. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? My thing's popping all over. Here we go. Pete Carroll defense versus rookie. Give me the Hawks. Really, Antoine? You heard my little rant there on if I'm taking a dog to win, who it would be? Fernando's coming in. Give me $31. I appreciate it. You can't go wrong with that. I got to have the link I got to put up here for the llama sweatshirts. They can start wearing that midday llama all over the joint. King D, yes sir. We got home Thursday. She's super chill. We kicked back, watched some college hoops. I'm grooming her early. Yeah. I remember sitting at the table with my little guy when I'd feed him like their little baby food or whatever. And I'd read to him out of like the sports section when I talked the lines to both my son and daughter. Wifey out with her mom and sister, sports, food, and sleep. There you go. Yeah, put that baby down. Their little naps, wake them up, give them a little something to eat, swaddle them up, change that diaper. It's NFL. NFL's a promo code. All right, excellent. Rob, 759. Is that Florida International? +8.5 against Western Kentucky. Yeah, I mean, International's a bad club. I got no. This is right in my. I got this at 9 myself, so do as you will. Do as you will. But that's it. I've caught up to all the chat. That means everybody is gone. I am gone. Back on Sunday. Good luck to all. And